How could a loving God treat us this way? I mean, would you treat your children the way he's treated us?
I don't know what you mean.
We're a joke to him. His playthings. Nothing but rag dolls that he gets to torture for his own amusement. No matter how much progress we make, no matter how many problems we fix, we can't ever seem to escape the endless torment he puts us through. Our efforts are never good enough for him.
I think he lets us suffer because he loves us.
What kind of loving father would be so cruel to his children? Especially if he knows exactly what's happening, exactly what we're going through, and has the power to fix it instantly.
He wants us to be more like him.
Yeah, the only way I could stand to see my children suffer the way we do is if I didn't care about them at all. Maybe he does want us to be more like him, but if so, then he doesn't want us to be empathetic. He wants us to be apathetic. He gives us these little distractions, these bits of art or music or whatever, to hijack our sensory experience, to make us forget what he's done to us, who we are to him.
Don't degrade yourself that way.
Why? You think what I do is important? You think my work is anything but an insignificant speck of momentary pleasure in this endless sea of darkness?
It's more important than you could possibly know.
It's cruel. All of it. He punishes us innocent children for the crime of existence that only he's really guilty of. All we can hope to do is sit back and laugh at ourselves the way he laughs at us.
He doesn't laugh at our pain. He loves us, and he wants us to grow and to progress. And we can't do that if we don't have trials to overcome.
You think that's what justifies his cruelty? You think he just makes us suffer so we can overcome that suffering, so we can get over our trials?
Yes.
Then why did he put that tumor in your head? Is that something you can just overcome? Something you can just get over and grow from?
The first time I heard you play Claire de Lune was the day that I got my diagnosis. As soon as I heard it, I thought it was really pretty, but by the end I knew it was much more than just a series of pleasant consonant notes.
I don't know what you mean.
When the piece is born, it starts its life with the foundational chords that set the trajectory for the rest of its life. It starts out small and simple, but it makes its way to a glorious path when it enters the world. Then it goes through this brief phase of darkness and uncertainty in its adolescence, unsure of what's next before it blossoms into adulthood. It sets off on its adventure, fulfilling its potential with these complex, arpeggiated chord progressions. And eventually, it grows old. It reflects back on its life, and it combines both the arpeggiated chord progressions with the foundational chords from the beginning of its life. And then
It dies.
it represents an entire lifetime. from birth to death, and I always thought that death was this horrible, morbid thing, but in Claire de Lune, it's bright and happy and it's peaceful. I thought to myself, how could that be? And then I realized, if we lived forever, and there would always be tomorrow to pursue passions, to grow relationships, to live life the way it's truly meant to be lived. But the truth is that there won't always be tomorrow. So we have to do what's important now. Claire de Lune. The light of the moon. The brightness that we find in the death of the day. Sometimes I find myself pausing just to watch the leaves dancing in the symphony of the wind, or listening to the clouds as they laugh with thunder and rain tears of joy. Every moment that I live is made all the more precious knowing that I'm nearing the end. Every bit of life that I had previously overlooked now speaks to me in languages that I never bothered to understand before. The fine details, the little mercies, the simple pleasures that I once disregarded are no less than miracles. Even in something as small and trivial as a glass of water, I see an oasis of eternal peace.